Okay, so let's continue on. Dean Ambrose versus Baron Corbin for the Intercontinental Championship. Now, this match doesn't have any stipulations. It might be, a random sort of different stipulation that we haven't seen. I'm not really sure what they could do here. They could do a forklift match. Who the hell knows? They keep using the damn forklift.
Let's not use the WCW.
But I'm just saying they have used the forklift like 3 times in this feud, so it would make some sense. And for some reason, last SmackDown, he was standing on one, so I don't know. But it would be more interesting to see Ambrose and Corbin in a hardcore style of match, because that's the way that both of these guys, that's the way their style is. That's the way they suit. That's the way they're best when they work. But for me, I'm going to go with Baron Corbin winning this match. He is the guy that is the hottest. Dean Ambrose has been absolutely lost on SmackDown with his character. He doesn't know if he's a comedian. He doesn't know if he's a lunatic. He doesn't know even if his name is Dean Ambrose or Ambrose Dean. I'm going to go with Baron Corbin because I think the guy has it. I really like the direction of his character. They seem to have figured out what Baron Corbin is in terms of a character. And I think they need to continue giving him credit and pushing him in the right direction. Giving him the title would be a good step in the right direction. And I think Dean Ambrose with the IC title, or really any mid-card title, automatically devalues it. For some reason, whatever reason, I don't know. And I'm not hating on Dean Ambrose, but every time Dean Ambrose has a mid-card title, it seems to devalue the title. Because every time he gets it, he doesn't defend it for like a month. And then everybody forgets about it. And it just seems like it's put way down in priority compared to a guy like The Miz. And they do a lot better with heels having the mid-card titles. So I think Baron Corbin being a heel would bring that title back up some prestige where The Miz had it, near at least. I don't think it'll be quite where Miz had it, but somewhere near that. And I think giving the young guy the IC title is a good way to push him up. So I'm going to give the win to Baron Corbin in a slugfest, physical style match. Hopefully it's a hardcore style match, but if it isn't, and either way, I'm going to go with Baron Corbin winning at the end of the day.
I think this match, I'm going to give the stipulation I'll put out there. It's either going to be some kind of forklift shit, or I'll go out there and make it a no-holds-barred match. That's probably what I'll say the stipulation will be. I think this will be a nice, interesting match. These guys can work a style that's pretty different nowadays and work more of a hardcore style, so that's nice. I think Baron Corbin is the reason to have this match happen, for him to win the IC title. They've had a lot of confidence in him ever since he won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal last year. Dean Ambrose, I think, is a guy that's better at chasing the championship than he is at holding it. He's one of those couple of guys that can fit that criteria. And he hasn't been very good as champion lately, honestly. I think Baron Corbin's been hot. He's obviously got one of the better heel characters that the company has had, in today's product. And I think he's actually improved quite a bit since WrestleMania 32. So I think this match is just set up for him to win the belt and have a new heel run or be a part of a big, stand in SmackDown. So I'm going to go with Baron Corbin. I expect it to be a good match. And I expect it to be, like Mitch said, a slugfest with some nice hardcore-based stuff in it.
It's interesting going back to last year, what has happened here. Here we had Dean Ambrose was facing Brock Lesnar in one of the main events at WrestleMania. And he was the top pick for SmackDown. He was the number 1 pick of this second pick of this entire draft.
Kev, can I throw in the fact that that match with Brock Lesnar was a real disappointment?
It was a huge disappointment. So Dean Ambrose's year has been, let's just say it's been rather brutal. And Baron Corbin continues to rise. I do think they're going to have a really good match, though, because I think that their styles mesh really well together. But is going to come away with the victory here. And I think Ambrose might be taking some time off after this. I think it might be a time to have a bit of a character refresh and something to change, because what he's doing right now isn't working. I mean, you look at the Brock Lesnar, you look back even, and we haven't talked about it that much, but that Stone Cold podcast didn't necessarily help him this year either. He's just been on a real downward spiral for the last little bit. So I think Corbin's going to win, and I think Ambrose is going to disappear for a little bit here. Is sort of what I'm seeing happening.
Interesting.
Okay, so we all have Corbin winning, which, again, we all agree. But it's kind of like set up, like Dylan said, it's kind of set up for the younger guy and the guy that they're trying to push to go over. And Corbin has been kind of one of the main parts of SmackDown. They consistently have him on the show. They consistently do creative things with him. And I think it's a different direction and a different take. Maybe Dean Ambrose will take some time off. I don't expect that to happen. I expect maybe a rematch at the next pay-per-view after WrestleMania between these two and maybe an extended feud between them. But I think Corbin is the right way to go, and I think you need to continue to push this guy because, like I said at the very beginning, he has it.